back in 1999.
Do you want to bring the chart up, by the way?
I can't.
Oh yeah, you can't.
Doesn't go that far, but I could just show you. This is your book.
Yep.
So see this 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
If you were, this was like a base I saw in Broadcom, and it went over this high, and I bought a third. It went over this high, and I bought a third. It went over that high, and I bought a third. And the stock went to freaking Mars. They invented. They had a chip for. Well, okay. At the time, everybody was on dial-up, and how old? You were 5.
I've seen dial-up, so don't worry.
Okay. So if you wanted to download ESPN, it could take 30 to 60 seconds to load the page. And then comes high speed.
Yep.
And there was DSL, cable modem, and satellite.
Mm-hmm.
And Broadcom had the chip for all 3. And I recognized that like 5% of the 2% of the population had high speed. And I'm like, well, I had it. I had whatever the thing was called. And I'm like, oh my God, everyone's going to, I mean, the total addressable market is everybody.
Right.
And these are the guys who have the chip for all 3. And they had that beautiful base. Well, it was a totally atypical base, by the way. And I just bought those 3 lots, and it just exploded. And it had a 35 or I can't really remember. This is 24 years ago.
Yeah.
But it had like a 25 or 30% pullback because a lockup came off, and it never broke the 50. So I didn't sell it, but my drawdown was $400,000, and that was a lot of money to me. Still a lot of money to me. And it came out of there, and it just took off, and then it climax ran. And I blew the whole thing out. And it was a first stock I made $1 million in one trade. So that just is like that was like, that probably doubled my war chest. I'll never forget it. And I still watch the symbol. But then SDLI in early 2000 had almost the exact same pattern. And I got stopped out the first time. And I remember I was so pissed. I was playing golf with my wife, and I ended up walking off the golf course because I was so distraught. But it regained its composure, and I bought it all back, and off it went. And I had another stock at the time called JDS Uniphase.
Mm-hmm.
And JDS Uniphase acquired SDLI, and they both blew off together. It was a bonanza. It was I think some people know this. I did a thing with Arusha called War Stories. So I'm pretty sure it was SDLI, and I had 3,000 shares. And I wake up in bed and I look at the tape, and I go, oh my God, it's down 100 points. I'm down $300,000. And I just take the covers and I pull them over my head, and I go, so about 5 minutes later, I pulled the covers up, and I was wrong. It was up 100 points.
Yeah.
And that was the blow off. It was the buyout. And then it was a share acquisition, was a cash deal. And then Uniphase blew off too. There hasn't been a lot of moves like that. Like SanDisk has been that kind of percentage